Delighted to say she's also in the studio. Lovely to see you.
You too.
And I'm sure you don't mind me saying it. You are someone who's been through some tough relationships in the past.
Yes.
So was it a big decision to go on such a public show like Celebs Go Dating?
Do you know what? It wasn't at all. It was literally, I was putting it out into the universe. I was just saying, oh, I'd love to go on a date. I'd been single for 2.5 years at the time. I was like, I'd love to go on a date. And I feel like I put it out into the universe. I got approached by Celebs Go Dating and I was like, oh, yeah. They arrange all the dates. You have the free therapy, and you just turn up and put your clothes on, and yeah, it was all good.
So it made dating easy, actually. And had they come to you, maybe a year before, you might have said no.
Oh my gosh, I would have absolutely said no. I would have absolutely said no. I think the stars aligned for me, and I'm so glad I said yeah. Yeah.
What did you discover about your dating history and maybe about yourself on the programme?
I think the main thing was that I had low self-esteem. I was a bit of a people pleaser. I love the fact that I'm speaking in past tense because being on the show has totally changed my outlook, my confidence, my perspective and my life, actually. I feel like I've always felt very successful in every other area of my life apart from dating and romance, and now I feel very confident.
I love the fact you're so empowered by going on this program. It's brilliant. I can't give a week to ask the right question, so we'll find out on the show whether you find somebody.
Yes.
But going on Celebs Go Dating, has it changed the sort of man that you are now looking for when you go on a next date?
Oh, absolutely. I think in the past I would have accepted less than. I would have accepted someone who was, a bit of a fixer-upper, whereas now it's like, no, because I'm coming to you ready-made, I've done the work, I'm healed, I'm whole, and I want exactly the same in return. I want someone spectacular because that's what you're going to get.
The dates that you went on the programme, were they... Why are you laughing already?
I just can't wait for everyone to watch it.
Were they awkward? Were they uncomfortable? Was it...
I mean, as first dates go, they're going to make great telly. I'll tell you that much. It was so fun. Like, I'm so glad that I did it. I met so many different types of men. My biggest ick is mentioning superstar. Like, mention superstar on a date.
Really sorry about that.
Yeah, no. We're not on a date, so it's fine. But yeah, on a date, it's just like... and there was always this kind of little countdown to, oh, when are they going to mention it? And yeah, but it's inevitable. But I would prefer that someone, actually wants to get to know me rather than, what they think they already know about me. Because, and that was a huge part of the journey, a huge part of the learning process was, turning up as myself and not Jamelia, the singer. So
if anyone's watching this and maybe one day asks you out on a date, don't mention superstar at any point.
Don't mention superstar, but do ask me out.
You might get a few offers after that. But the other thing I really enjoy about talking to you, to be empowered by watching this programme.
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, I think a lot of the time we can write ourselves off if we've had children, if we've been married before, we can, start to kind of devalue, see themselves in me. It was a huge part of why I wanted to do the show as well. I think, I do feel like my purpose is to empower other women. I've got 4 daughters, and so, I'm so focused on empowering them, and I kind of love when, this is going to sound so weird, but I love when crazy, weird, horrible things happen to me because I'm like, okay, I can turn this into a lesson. I can tell everyone about it and I can, triumph and everyone can see it happen. And, I think it's really important that we don't feel like we're alone. And, I know how that feels. I definitely felt like that in the past. And so to be a person who can say, look, this has happened to me, but I promise you, you're going to be okay. Like, that's great.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and telling us a bit about it.
Thanks
As you say, our viewers can go and see exactly what happens at the end.
Yeah.
And I'm delighted that you have realised how amazing you are, Jamelia. So thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Cheers.